suspicions if the proposal for a unhealthy nationalism is don't send cocaine to the US and we don't care about anything else, then we have an explanation of why the growth of the export of cocaine to Colombia is stopping to the United States, but it's now going to Europe, and the mafias linked from Europe, but the Colombian ones and the Mexican ones had become the most important cartel of the world. I have said it many times. There's no such thing as el cartel de los soles. There's no biggest potential of production of cocaine in Colombia. That is exaggerated. The export of cocaine is not taking the route of the United States. It is taking the route towards Europe. The coppers that have come from the jails of the United States, they're not exporting drugs to the United States. They're doing it towards Europe, which means that the mafias of Europe that already existed, the Albanese ones, the Italian ones, the French ones, from Serbia, from Russia, they're linking themselves with the Colombian mafias of the center of the country, in the place where they're killing the most in Colombia. The mayor may excuse me, the rate is lower, but the killings are the most, and those links are between the Italian, the Albanese, Colombian, and Mexican mafias, and they have produced the biggest cartel of exportation of cocaine. Why is the United States not chasing that? Why are they letting the cocaine to enter Europe just by a position of not moving, of the export of cocaine to the United States? Why do they believe that that is the way to solve the problem? Because what the United States doing is that their fentanyl consumption is growing. It is an internal policy of the United States that it has to assume to save its society, but by facing the subject of the Caribbean Sea that has nothing to do with fentanyl, what the United States is producing is that what they want is the Venezuelan petroleum and the one from Guyana. The petroleum greed is the one that is behind the strategy that is launching missiles on fishermen. There's already fishermen from the island of Trinidad and Tobago that died under a missile. There's already the video of a boat that wasn't sailing on the sea. It had its motors up, so it was stopped, and they were hit by a missile. We don't know exactly the point. There's fishermen, young fishermen, that left their houses in Santa Marta and haven't returned. It is not time to say it definitely, but we are concerned because their family members are calling. I ask to all the family members in where your children or your husbands are not returning in a weirdly way to home, close to where ports are, please immediately let the authorities know, and we will see what has happened with them, because what is happening is that some of the Colombians have died under the missiles. I ask to all of the lawyers of human rights, we asked their forgiveness because the Colombian state assassinated them and persecuted them. We